So right now I have a message. It's a channeled message. I was gonna come on and do live free one question readings today, but I wasn't ready because I needed to figure out the camera situation. But I will be doing that pretty soon. I will say within the next few days. I don't know which day. I'm still trying to choose a time that I want to come on because I think when I do the live, it's just going to be a regular thing for a while just to come on and do one question readings for free. So, and in return for my free services, that I'm going to answer your questions for free with tarot and using my intuitive abilities. I just ask that you like, share, and follow, and we will build a great uh, community. So, right now, let's get this message going because this was dropped in my spirit to do this message, and it actually came a couple of days ago, and I thought it was just for me, but then I realized that it keeps repeating. It's like a pattern. It keeps repeating to me. So I know it's a message that God has put in my spirit, the Most High, for me to give to whomever needs it. And the person that I feel like this will resonate with is a person or persons that you've been seeking clarity, you've been asking, for answers, you've been trying to, connect, but you don't get anything. You feel blocked, like you don't know how to, receive the messages that God is giving you, which I feel like you're getting them, but you're just not aware of how the messages are being delivered. Hence, here's one right now that's being delivered, or maybe you aren't interpreting the messages in the right way. And every message that is brought to you will have some form of, it won't be bad, and it's more like a nudge or some type of confirmation. It's not going to be telling you your future or anything like that. Like when I use tarot, like I use tarot for personal growth. It's not to tell the future. For me, tarot is like giving me some great advice on whatever situations that I'm having. And it's not to predict what's going to happen, it's just a projection of what could happen. But the fact that we have free will allows us to change things on our path along our way. That's why we have free will and choices, so we can make changes when necessary and learn how to pivot. As my daughter said, you gotta pivot, mom. Okay, so one thing God says to you is that in the Bible, it says that God spoke to Moses. And I'm just here to point out to you that during all the times that God has spoken to Moses or Joseph or any prophet or any messenger that he had in the Bible, that there was nobody else around when he spoke to them. They were always by themselves. They were always alone and able to hear the messages that God spoke to them. They dreamt it, and they were in a secluded solitude area so they can hear the word of God. So if it's too loud, if it's too noisy, you're not going to hear. God says you need to learn how to meditate. You need to find quiet places. It could be something simple like just taking a walk in the park. Take your social media off for a minute and just, go a couple of days, like detoxing. When you detox, it's not just like food or drink or drugs, it's just social media too. Like, it's just things that keep you distracted. So if you're always scrolling, that's a distraction. And you have to put that down. So the rest of the message, it says, Moses was by himself when the God spoke to him, and he didn't walk around preaching the word. He gave God messages when God asked him to deliver the messages, which means God put the message in him and then he went and delivered the message. Each of them did. They wasn't just every day they just wake up, oh, I got a message, I got a message, I got a message. No, they just received a message when in divine timing, in that time, and they gave the message to whoever they were speaking to, whether we need to go move here to this place, or we need to do this, or God sent me to rescue and save my people, whatever it was. God put that message in, and then he had to take the actions to do what God told him to do. And it says sometimes you got to take a seat so you can hear the words of God speak to you and guide you. And sometimes you can't find the words that you need to hear from a book. So when you can't find it in a book, then what do? How do you get the word if you can't read it, or if you can't watch a video and somebody telling you, "Oh, you're great, you're wonderful, you're smart, you're beautiful," all the things you want to hear. If you don't have a person, a video, a book, or anything to tell you these things, how do you receive the word of God? You go within, you meditate, you seek the knowledge that you need to seek from God. He will drop knowledge in you, he will drop wisdom in you. Your wisdom comes from the knowledge and applying the knowledge and going through the experience. After you apply the knowledge, then you gain wisdom. You're not going to know until you do. So you receive the message, you take the actions, you do, which means moving forward, and then you gain wisdom. Looking back on the experience that you went through, you know what to do now and what not to do. Okay, and it says, you must be open enough to have seen through your own life experiences of how you apply the knowledge and the wisdom that you have gained. So if you don't know how to reflect on your life experiences or past experiences, it's going to be hard for you to see. And wisdom is about seeing. Like, it's going to be hard for you to see where the patterns are, where you need to learn. What did you learn? Like, that takes self-reflection. That takes looking at yourself, going within, seeing all your faults, seeing all the things you did, not the people, you did this to me. No, what I did to them, what I did to cause this situation to happen. That's where you need to go. Go within. What did I do? How did I handle this situation? Okay, I'm running out of time. So I'm also hearing a serenity prayer. So some of you may need to recite that prayer. It will help you gain some knowledge and wisdom and courage to move and do the things that you need to do. And with God's grace, we have the power within us to change all the things that we need to change. And also find you 2 spiritual books to read and study from this day or whenever you can. You need 2 spiritual books and really dig deep in those books and study them. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.